Okay, so this is like a sister, yeah, and the dad, but like, come on, Brock. Like her younger sister almost died. And
We have
you're hitting on her.
almost.
That's so
She's
gross.
fine. She's fine. Move on. Whatever.
Yeah, almost. Would it kill her to smile? What are you up to, folks? More water Pokemon this week on To Kill a Delibird. It is round 2, number 2 sequence of the Whirl Islands episodes. This is the little side adventure during Johto, which is a massive long 3-season arc that they can shove little mini arcs into. And we're into a mini arc here called Whirl Islands. I'm Graham, the co-host who doesn't know a lot about Pokemon, and joining me to teach me about water Pokemon and other things is Kellan. Kellan, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. It's all going. Life is going.
It all goed.
It all goes, and it doesn't stop going. It doesn't stop.
It don't stop
going.
coming, and it doesn't stop coming,
Yeah.
and it doesn't stop coming.
It don't stop coming.
Well, that's cool.
Good.
Kellan,
Yeah.
what have you been up to? Anything?
I don't know, man. Like a month ago or so, I talked about how I'd beaten, or I 100%ed 2 Zelda games. I did Echoes of Wisdom and then Link's Awakening, like back to back. Last night I finished 100%ing A Link Between Worlds, which I have played before and I have beaten, but I don't think I fully 100%ed it until last night. And man, that's a good one.
So you've beaten the hero modes
I've beaten it before.
too?
Yeah, that's what I did it on last night. 100%ed hero mode.
Nice.
Which holy fuck, that's annoying. Oh my god, too much damage.
I did that too when it came out, and I liked it. Well, not when it came out. I played in like 20... When did that game came out? I played it in like 2015, I want to say, but I don't know.
Even when you have the mail that like quarters the damage you take, things in hero mode still do like 5 hearts of damage. Like,
yeah, that's
what
the point.
The fuck?
That's the point.
That's so much. That's too much.
It sounds like you did hero mode because you felt obligated to, and not because you wanted to.
I like the hero.
Are you
modes.
A real hero?
Shush. I like the hero. Yes, I am. I am the hero of all the things. I like the hero modes where hearts don't drop and you have to rely on potions and stuff. I think if they didn't double damage, if they just increased damage and then also scrapped heart dropping, I think that would balance out hero mode really nicely.
I remember finding it fun still. I like losing though. Man, if I can get my shit rocked, it kind of gets me worked up, you know.
But Link Between Worlds was also just a great game.
That game's so good.
So fun. I love it.
That game's like deceptively good. Like I want to put it. Like I don't know my Zelda ranking list. Honestly, that would be a really hard exercise because I just like so many games. But I would want to put it kind of high, yeah. But then I'd be like, but I don't know if it's higher than these other ones. But I would want it fairly high. Like it's really fun.
Something that I feel like is or underreported is Link's movement. You don't talk about Link's movement a lot in Zelda games, but he moves quickly and it's nice. Yes. It's fucking fluid.
No, that's a big deal of why. Yeah, for sure. It is just that it is so fun to play. That's also why I remember like the moment I beat it on regular, I just like immediately kicked up hard mode because I was just enjoying playing the core game. Like the action moments are satisfying in it.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, when I first got it and I first played it, I hated it. I thought it was terrible. I know, right? That's crazy. I don't know why, but I was in a really bad mood for a few days when I started playing it. And so I booted it up and I'm like, what's this rental system? I keep dying. This game is fucking horrible. And then like a couple years later, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try out Link Between Worlds again. And I was like, almost immediately, I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. This is amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, attribute it to I'm in a bad mood. I play a game and I want it to be a certain way, so I'm not like I won't allow the new things to be good in my mind.
You also would have been like 14 or something, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Right? Came out in 2014, I think.
In 2014, yeah, I would have been like 15.
Yeah.
But like I was still playing other games. Like I had played Wind Waker and Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
That is weird.
It was just a mood thing. It really had to have just been a mood thing. I was in a really bad mood for a few days, and so I wasn't open to any of the new ideas. And so when I replayed it eventually, it was like, oh yeah, this is really good. I also really like the Maya Mais, mostly because on the map, they section out the map and they tell you, hey, this is how many are here in this section.
Yeah.
So I don't have to keep count.
Are those the weird little octopus things?
Yeah.
What
and then the mother
again?
upgrades your gear as you get them.
I didn't remember the name of them at all. I like those too.
Yeah. Great game.
Game of
One
the
of
year.
these days.
2025 goes
One
to
of these
Lake
days,
Between Worlds.
I'll tier list my Zelda experiences. All I need still to play is Four Swords on GameCube, whichever that one is. I think Adventure.
Four Swords
and
Adventures, I think so.
And Triforce Heroes.
I've got both of those. If we
but those
look
ones
closer,
aren't
you could borrow them.
Yeah. Those ones aren't fun, though, with one person. You need 4 people for Four Swords. 4 people with 4 Game Boy Advances, 4 link cables.
It's you said you haven't played it then. But so how do you know
yes.
that?
What do you mean?
How do you know it's only fun if you haven't played it?
Because that's what I hear. And if it's built around 4 people, or Triforce Heroes was built around 3 people, that sounds like no fun with only one person.
Okay, so Four Swords Adventures is okay with single player. It's okay. The Triforce Heroes single player is bad. Okay.
See, I want the full experience.
Four Swords Adventures is... With Four Swords Adventures, it's still kind of... Playing it single player and playing it with people are both things you should try, if that makes sense. It's a different experience because you command all 4 with the C stick and you flick it to put them in formations if it's one player. So it's worth playing. It's just a different game, kind of.
Interesting.
I wouldn't say it's like a lesser experience. It's just a different one. It is a little bit more fun with people, though. But
I would assume so.
But it's also so fucking hard to get the whole Game Boy rig set up.
Especially in 2025.
Yeah.
Getting 4 people into one building, that's impossible.
With Game Boys and cables.
You can't do that. Yeah.
But Triforce Heroes is just not... Triforce Heroes is also not a great game, even with 3 people. It's still, fine. It's still
that's what I've heard.
It is. Okay. I think it's the worst Zelda game I've ever played. It's still
the
good.
Worst? At the bottom? Right at the bottom?
I think it's right at the bottom, but I'm not counting the Philips CDI games.
Oh, of course, obviously.
Those, yeah.
No. But, did you play the DS ones?
Yep. It's lower than those for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would probably put Phantom Hourglass at the bottom.
You like Spirit Tracks better than Phantom Hourglass?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no,
yeah.
I like Phantom Hourglass better than Spirit Tracks.
I like Train. Choo-choo!
I mean, yeah, it was cool. But I actually beat
Choo-choo
Phantom
Train.
Hourglass. I don't think I beat Spirit Tracks.
Well, then you can't have an opinion.
Oh, I can't? Why?
No, that's how the world works. You have to have the full experience first.
What is this bit?
Redditor.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Basement Redditor.
Yes, if I haven't played 1,000 hours, my opinion is
it's not okay. Yeah, you can't tell me what to do.
Well, I want to
I can tell you what to do.
I want to talk about invalidated opinions, Kellan. I want to talk about stupid decisions. I want you to tell me what episodes we're reviewing this week because I got a beef with something in one of them.
Well, we're gonna start today with Taking It on the Chinchou, episode 214, which Bulbapedia notes is a pun on the phrase "taking it on the chin."
Thanks,
knew?
Bulbapedia.
And then episode 215, a Corsola Caper. Corsola Caper.
A Corsola Caper, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A part of the plot revolves around these artists who build their houses on top of Corsola reefs.
Yes,
like
this makes no sense.
Nests, right?
No.
So they need the materials that the Corsola produce or something, both for their art, but allegedly to keep their houses stable. It's the strangest foundation, right?
Mm-hmm. If you could call it a foundation.
So these are the top 10 worst things to build a house on top of.
Oh, the 3 little pigs are going to be so excited for this one.
This is the podcast for you, 3 little pigs.
This is the one, baby.
Number 10, peanut butter. Doesn't matter whether it's crunchy or smooth. That is not going to be a good thing to put your house on.
You know how in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka has to build a castle out of chocolate for the one guy?
Yeah.
Little known fact is right beside that castle, another guy was building another castle made out of peanut butter. And then when they all melted, the two princes were like, "Oh, you got chocolate in my peanut butter.
You got peanut butter in my chocolate."
And that's how Reese's came to be.
Oh, it's actually same universe, Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that. And did you
that
know
is factual.
that number 9, that it would be a bad idea to build houses on top of just a bunch of cats? How would that work?
I don't think it'd be possible. You wouldn't be able to get anything up. You'd be scratched out immediately.
Is it stupider, just as stupid, a little bit smarter than the Corsola nest?
That's a great question that I don't have an answer to.
Philosophers will be chewing on for
Put
moments.
that on the sentence. Yeah.
Number 8. What about vine whips? I mean, that'd be an awful lot of labor for grass Pokemon, though. They just gotta keep their vine whips up all the time.
Yeah, how many layers of vine whip do you need? It's like
to hold a house?
Like a lattice formation, yeah.
Yeah, get the engineers in here to get the stamp on that one.
Interesting. Number 7.
Number 7, not a great foundation. The American Dream. Try building a house on top of that.
Holy shit.
And the Canadian Dream. It's the same shit.
Except
number 6.
We have more syrup in ours.
Yeah, in our syrupy dreams.
Yeah.
Number 6. Farfetched's onions. Just the onions, okay?
Just the onions.
First of all, procuring them is quite difficult. How many Farfetch you gotta piss off? Second, why are you building a house on top of onions?
Because they have layers.
Just eat the onions. They're delicious.
They have layers. More layers mean more foundation.
Were they onions or leeks, though? I don't remember now. I mean, leek is a type of an onion.
Yeah, so both.
So it doesn't matter. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All leeks are onions, but not all onions are leeks.
Correct. Bingo.
More facts
Bango bongo.
from TKAD.
Number 5. Let's build a house on the backs of our listeners. I don't think there are enough, Kellan.
No. We would be able to build maybe a very small shed.
Any of you out there really strong that you could hold a shed up?
And it's one of those sheds that's just like a wire frame with a tarp.
Pretty minimal.
It's a pretty minimal shed. Yeah.
Number 4, don't build your house on top of a sleeping Snorlax. It could actually last for a little while, but there's going to be a time where he's got to eat, and he just breathes the house in. Just eats the whole house.
He huffs and puffs, and he blows it all down by complete accident.
Into his belly.
Yep.
Number 3, don't build your house using Mr. Mime barriers. It could seem quite strong. It'd be cool to have a floating house for 5 minutes, but those things will disappear when they get distracted.
Didn't you ever hear the old adage, those in Mr. Mime barrier houses shouldn't throw stones?
Yeah, that's a common Kanto
phrase. Yeah. Number 2.
Well, I wanted to think about in these dire times what the economical choice would be. Costco hot dogs, the last bastion of a cheap meal. It seems like a good decision at first, but, you're going to want to eat them.
My love, my one and only, the Costco hot dog.
Oh, wherefore art thou, Costco
Wherefore art thou, Costco hot dog? And number 1,
the worst thing to build your house on top of, a science lab containing a Mewtwo. Because he will explode it someday. Yeah.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
Don't contain your Mewtwo's.
Yes. Or do. Just contain them better.
Yeah, Giovanni.
Come on, get better. Jesus Christ. All right. Taking it on the Chinchou. Should we get into it?
Yeah, what do you think of these episodes?
I thought they were good. This one is very cute, and I enjoyed it.
They're
for its
cute,
cuteness.
fun episodes. The second one is a little bit weird in terms of plot, but we get what you would call a canon moment or whatever, right?
The canon event, yeah.
Canon event. So
a main story,
a little bit of movement happening. I can't call it pure filler.
Yeah, exactly. But the pure filler is also adorable, so that works in its favor.
All right, adore me.
Taking it on the Chinchou. So we're heading to Bluefinland, but apparently we have stopped in Blue Lagoon because Ash thought the cable car would take us on a cool shortcut, but it's actually a long cut, and so they're kind of lost. But Brock thinks there might be cute girls here, so that's good for them.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon sounds like where all the ladies hang out. Misty told them so. Apparently there's a ferry leaving to Yellow Rock Isle that they could miss if they don't get to Bluefinland right away. Then they'd have to wait 3 days. So I guess this whole Blue Lagoon place was on a mountaintop. If the place they were going wasn't on a mountain, it was a harbor, and why would they take a cable car? Like,
I have no
really
idea.
fucked up this one. So
maybe he thought it would take it to the top and then
keep going.
Like across to the bottom. Yeah, I have no idea. But then suddenly, there's a little Chinchou pops up. Oh my god.
Dex right away, the angler Pokemon. Okay, Kellan, tell me about Chinchou. What is this thing?
Chinchou is a cute, adorable little anglerfish-based guy with 2 little bulbs popping off of its head and little cross eyes that look like it's dead all the time. But that's not the case actually, and it's real cute.
Yeah, it is very cute.
That's Chinchou.
It evolves into Lantern.
Lantern, yes.
Ooh, I remembered. Nice. And what do you think of this line, Kellan?
I love these two. I love Corsola and Lantern, or not Corsola. I love Chinchou and Lantern. When I think Johto, I think Lantern. I don't know why.
Really?
It's not even my favorite Johto Pokemon, but I look at it and I just think, damn, that's Johto right there.
That's a Johto-ass Pokemon.
That is a Johto-ass mon.
Huh. I guess it was like the era of slightly more contradictory typing. Like, I know when they were coming out, like to us kids, it was crazy that you could have water and electricity. It was crazy that you could have ground and water with like Quagsire.
That's not how that works.
Exactly. It was like, I never thought I'd see the day.
This is incredible.
It's like the Romulans and the Capulets. They just don't get along.
The water electric, is a very good typing. And then come future generations, 2 of its 3 abilities, give it an immunity to one of those types. It can have water absorb or volt absorb or illuminate, which is shit, but we don't talk about that one.
So it gets fancy.
It gets fancy. And Lantern's got good bulk to it. It's got a pretty good HP stat. That's all it's really got going for it.
Okay.
It's big. It's big. It's far above average.
It's a chonker.
It is a chonker. So it's a pretty decent Pokemon, at least casually.
Okay. Where would you fit it, in a lineup? Would I treat it as an electric Pokemon, so instead of my Ampharos, or would I treat it as a water Pokemon?
You would treat it as both, because it is both.
So I would see it as coverage on both? I don't need an Ampharos anymore?
You don't need Ampharos.
Alligator? Just Lantern?
Huh. Exactly. It does the job of both. It gets water moves, it gets electric moves, it can surf.
Good to know.
It fills the slot. Yeah. It's a fun little guy to use.
And the Chinchou seems pretty cute. Nice design.
It's adorable.
Yeah. He's just a fun-loving, hanging out kind of Pokemon.
Yeah. And I always had a fascination for anglerfish when I was a kid, so that helps as well.
They are interesting.
They're very weird.
They're a lot more, freaky, though, than the Chinchou. I think the Chinchou, reduces this into, a teddy bear kind of situation.
Oh, yeah, this is, a cute version, but no
cute
anglerfish.
Washing.
Cute washing, there you go. But no, anglerfish are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Like in Finding Nemo? Man.
Yeah, it'll get you.
That's wild
Trick
stuff.
You in.
Well, that's Chinchou.
Well,
or
Chanchi
in Japanese, which is very cute.
That's a good name. You like him, so does Misty. She wants one. She's gonna go catch this thing. It hits, but nope, nothing's happening. Why is that blue-haired boy runs right up? That's mine, bitch.
Don't try to catch it. Well, she just did, and it didn't do anything, so it's fine. It worked out.
You're okay.
But he can't get a hold of it, and so the gang's Ash steps in, tries to help. He grabs it, apparently, by the tentacle and gets shocked, because the tentacles are extremely sensitive, we hear. Same.
Yeah, don't grab my tentacles if you meet
Don't grab
Ash.
tentacles. No,
that's rude.
Bad idea. This is Dayton, the child. There's Chinchou, who is nicknamed Bright. Great nickname. Just so creative. Wow, light is bright.
What do you name your lantern?
That's a great question. So it's a good thing that they got lost, apparently.
But you don't have a name?
I can't think of nicknames off the top of my... I have to sit there for 5 minutes on the name screen thinking.
Okay, you could name him Gourmand. You could name him Billy Bonkrod. You could name him Harley Davis Jr. You could name him... Yeah, sure, Phil.
Phil, yeah.
You could name him Gribblestein. Ooh, that sounds
Gribblestein.
Cool. Gribblestein.
Sounds
you could name him Salt Rocks. You could name him
cats.
Pepperjack. You could name him Sweet Cheese.
Question is, are any of these names good? I don't know.
Gribblestein was good.
You say so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing they got lost, apparently, because they can now come to the parade of the Chinchou. And it's going to be really cute and sweet. And Ash asks if Bright's going to lead us there, and grabs the tentacles again, and gets sparked again.
He never learns.
He never learns.
Team Rocket's sneaking around, walking around, waiting around.
In some weird outfits.
Yeah, they've got those thief outfits from the Spinnerack episode again, way back. Just randomly. They're
for no reason.
No reason.
This doesn't, lead to anything.
Not at all. And they don't explain it, just that they say they want Chinchou.
Yeah.
Because it would look great on a Christmas tree.
It'd be a great stocking stuffer, or a great
more like shocking stuffer. Wah, wah.
But Jessie, she gets upset. She would trade these guys to the boss for one Chinchou.
I'd kill myself for Chinchou.
And then wobbuffet pops out, and he does something weird. And then James and Meowth just look at him, and then he retreats or something. I have no idea what wobbuffet was trying to do. I watched this bit 3 times. I had no idea what wobbuffet was trying to tell us.
Well, I had no doubt because I'm so committed to this bit we started last week that he just wants to comment on geopolitics. Okay? He
so what was he trying to say?
He's like, South Korean president, impeachment filed, and then disappears.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. He really is on top of things. I had no idea about that.
Oh, there was this weird whole he called military takeover for an hour. I don't really know what happened.
Oh,
some weird shit went down in South Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fallout from that.
Very weird. Very strange. So the gang is calling Oak. Apparently they're gonna stay for this parade. But Ash is like, if Chinchou are water Pokemon, why are they in the mountains? So Oak gives us the historical lesson. How
this was kind of neat.
It was, yeah. The Whirl Islands used to lie on the ocean floor, but seismological forces raised it up. The Chinchou used what was Blue Lagoon underwater as a nesting ground when it was under the sea. But the Chinchou kept up the tradition of going up to breed in Blue Lagoon where they used to, and then the new hatches marched on down to the sea. The townspeople accompany them the whole way to keep them safe, and Dayton and his dad are going to take on the honor this year.
I do think it seems unlikely, though, that during that shift, which we're talking about millions of years, that these creatures would have somehow remembered genetically and crossed sea and land to cover. Because when we've identified things about rising mountains that used to be covered in water, now it's through fossils, not like a living salmon who has a party hat and walks up the Rocky Mountains,
But hey, when it comes to your primal urges, when it comes to breeding, that's going to get you up those mountains, baby.
Well, and there is parallels there to salmon, which that was on purpose with the whole going up water and down water, right, to breed different ponds. So I think there was a parallel there that they're talking about.
Quite possibly. So at sunset, we had a nice long sunset in this episode. I very much enjoyed that.
They let it hang.
They do.
Kellan, when there's a good sunset. Oh,
Craigasm. Oh, the gang is gonna join Dayton and his dad for the parade. We never get a name for dad. Bulbapedia notes it as as Daizo, but that's definitely his Japanese name. No English name for him. So they're gonna round up the Chinchou, and he has this really cute little Chinchou whistle, which I want. Wow, I want that.
Yeah, sometimes the little items from these episodes would make great merch. Deep cuts for great merch.
Jesus, why don't they do stuff like that?
Because, nobody remembers. It's so one-off,
Ugh. I would buy it.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Get the word out.
One. Send it to me.
One-of-a-kind Chinchou whistle? Ooh.
It'd be sweet. Made millions of dollars. They only made one.
Supply and demand.
Well, the water shimmers. We got some festival vibes. There's some suspense. And then we see some bright light. Or rather, Bright lights up. I misread my notes because this Chinchou is named fucking Bright, which is just what lights do.
That's not confusing at all.
No, not at all. Bright lights up to guide the Chinchou, who now all jump out of the water. All of these little Chinchou guys. They're so cute.
Yes, this is the pond up on the mountaintop. Dayton and Bright together gotta lead the parade of all the Chinchou conga line. And there's a crowd. They're cheering. The parade's very cute. The town folks are all kind of dressed in festival clothes. Yeah, drums banging, cool vibes. They splash water on the Chinchou. We're taught that Chinchou need to stay at a nice moisture level here, even when they're on land. So that's how the town folk help out.
Misty's like, they must love water. They live in it, Misty.
Misty, they need water.
Great
Unlike
job. Yep.
you. Wait, no, you need water too, just in a different way. Water's important, Misty.
And then Ash is like, humans must love oxygen. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Wow. Well, I've got a question here on this parade from Tracy Sketchit, the kind of homie who uses inside jokes for comedy.
Oh.
Who says
that tickled.
that really shucked your oyster.
It's just adorable to know that something we created, Kellan, somebody else took and meant something to them. It would be like, in a much larger capacity, having written a song and then be playing it and you see people singing along. That's what that must feel like.
They're probably on a much larger scale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, they ask, if you were a parade leader, what Pokemon would you want to lead, and how would you keep them in line? It's a great question.
Yeah, that is a great question. I always have a hard time thinking of Pokemon. First of all, Kellan, I fucking hate parades, okay?
What?
Because
they're kind of stupid.
They shut down the streets. I'm trying to get somewhere.
Sounds
I can't
like you're too reliant on cars.
Because it's for a good cause. Of course I am. We live in driving cities.
I would do a parade of Mr. Mime and Jinx, and then use a whip to remind them who the fucking boss is here, and to keep their creepy ass in line.
Yeah, you picked the Black Parade, right? You definitely did. Oh, I guess I should go the other direction and say a bunch of Eevees, right? Like, that'd be cute as shit. What about Apoms? And they're all robbing people for me.
Yeah, they're taking the candy instead of throwing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Give me like a parade of Jumpluff, and they're all just like floating in the wind,
cute.
And you can't keep track of them. It's just a shitload of them.
I mean,
it's
the
like
Jumpluff kind of look like they're trying to be parade floats already. Like they're already Macy Day parade balloons. You know?
Oh, that'd be cute. Or what about our namesake? Just a bunch of Delibirds.
Oh, there you go. Okay, no, but I don't want to. I want a bunch of Delibirds, but then I want one giant blow-up Delibird that we are taking through Manhattan.
Yes, that sounds great. I love the idea of that. Yep. All right. Well, approaching the swinging bridge now is where we are. They're still marching away.
Another
very
episode,
cute.
Another swinging bridge.
Another bridge. Bright stops at the bridge, very scared, very fearful. But Dayton says, hey, no need to be scared. And so Bright's not scared anymore. Let's go. Sweet.
Yeah. That's all it takes from Dear Papa.
The Chinchou's instincts tell them exactly where they need to go. We hear, apparently, Ash can learn a thing or two about that. He gets us lost quite a bit.
Team Rocket is on this tall scaffolding, okay? So they on the bridge, and then they see him. Team Rocket does their chant to appear while playing the drums. Take it away, Kellan.
Prepare for trouble from up on high. Make it double, now hear our cry. And yeah, they're on this tower with the drum beating, which I was really hoping would show us that Wobbuffet's the one doing the drum. But that didn't happen.
It would be nice if he was drumming with his head. You know?
Exactly.
Just like boom, boom, like a stick.
Yeah. They're going to take over the parade from here. Thank goodness. Yeah, we're exhausted. You guys take the Chinchou down to the ocean. That's great. Thank you for that.
Sure. Meowth's got a capture missile, okay? He's hitting the bottom of this thing. It's jammed. What the heck can this thing be? It's not working.
No.
The gang yells that it's a trap, all right? The Dayton dad, Mr. Double D, starts whistling. The Chinchou retreat, okay? Everyone's running. Disarray, chaos.
They get back across the bridge. The missile finally blasts off, but just, it nets the bridge itself. The whole bridge, and then falls into the water.
Talk about working without a net, Meowth says.
And so Jesse's like, oh, fine, I'll get out myself. And so Bright goes for a Thunder Wave, Pikachu Thunderbolts, to the main theme in this part, which is great. And then kaboom, they go blasting off again. And we got like half the Chinchou on one side, half on the other. What are we going to do about this?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're gonna split up. That's what they kind of have to.
I know. I thought that was funny because they're like, "What are we gonna do? We better split up." I was like, "These aren't decisions you're making, okay? This is just the situation you're in. You have been split up."
They should have just grabbed Chinchou by the tentacles and just like hammer through him across the gorge.
I guess that could be one. I guess there could, in a really crazy way, still be some control over their fate. Sure, Kellan. I just thought this was a little bit like getting hit by a car and being like, what am I going to do? Guess I'll get hit by a car as you're getting hit by the car. None of that was your decision.
I mean, it depends on if you're jaywalking or not.
But in the moment of being hit by the car?
If you saw the car coming, it's partially your fault.
I guess. If you're saying that, like, within the time you could dodge, sure.
Yeah, there you go. So they're Dad and Brock and Misty and all the other Chinchou, they're going to take the long way around. Misty and Ash have a bit of a yelling match across the gorge. She's like, Ash can lead the way if you want to get lost. He's going to have to eat soon, too. And Dayton gets the joke here. He gets this little friendly ribbing that goes on. He's like, oh, I've got some Pokechow, don't worry. Oh, Dayton, you little scamp.
I almost took that to be like he was taking it literally. He was like, we'll just eat the Pokemon's food. I don't give a fuck. We'll survive. We'll eat Chinchou if we have to. Yeah.
How much meat is on a Chinchou? That's what I want to know. I feel like they're mostly made of water.
Yeah, and I think they're kind of cartilage. It's probably like eating jellyfish, which I have eaten, but usually it's like within a dish with like some vegetables and stuff. It's like, because it's just like chewy texture. I don't know.
Yeah. Their jellyfish are weird, man.
They are weird.
Very strange. Ash says, though, you gotta stay away from Misty and her temper attack. Oh, you really got her there, Ash. Wow. Well, dusk's setting in.
Yep.
Bright's really exhausted, as are all the other Chinchou. They all collapse. Ash is like, what's wrong with all the Chinchou? I have no idea. Apparently, Dayton forgot to give him water, which
you're
is not a good
supposed to be
thing.
spraying him down this whole time. Luckily, Ash does have a somewhat smart idea. Brings out Totodile, who just wants to dance. No, use water gun. But wait, don't shoot them. Don't hurt them.
He goes to kill him, and Ash is like, wait, not the attack. Not an attack.
I've been bred for war, Ash.
We're trying to heal him. This is okay. So he fountains it. And
shoots up like a sprinkler, they recover. Very cool.
Yeah, and this is kind of like water absorb, an ability.
Oh, that's a move.
No, it's an ability.
Oh, it's an ability that Chinchou has?
Chinchou gets it as a hidden ability in Gen 5 onwards. But still, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
Kind of neat.
And it gets you boosted, HP boost?
Yeah, instead of taking damage, a water move will heal you. Yeah.
Cool.
So they're all healed up, and Totodile's dancing, all the Chinchou are dancing. It's too cute. I loved that so much. All the Chinchou, they're lit up to show the way. We hear about the lights. Like, they use it to keep in touch with their friends so they know where they're going, blah, blah, blah. And then Dayton falls down a cliff.
Into the abyss.
This episode took a fucking turn.
Well, it did,
I thought.
except
this was like
Dayton took a
very
turn.
serious bit. Yeah.
It almost was very serious, but then he hits the bottom and like nothing really happens. But
yeah,
it seemed like a big deal when he was falling. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is
You get the echo. Ash is like, Dayton.
Yeah. But then
you don't see where he's falling.
Wait a minute, we're in a cartoon. Okay.
Oh, cartoon.
We'll be fine. Okay, so he hits the bottom.
He just, he's
knee's a little scraped, but he's okay. The bigger problem is actually that it's cold and it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining now.
Oh, so the Chinchou would have been okay in like 5 minutes because fucking rainstorm came through.
Fucking Chinchou complaining all the time. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on. You would have been fine.
Yeah, good. Well, Ash and Pikachu, they're calling for him. They can't see in the rain. Dayton's trying to call for Ash too, but neither of them can hear the other. And so Bright starts like just wiggling her lights around. Wiggle the lights around. Apparently she's sensing something because Ash is like, oh, right, the Chinchou use their lights to find their friends. And so Dayton hears the Chinchou cries, and out of the darkness comes Ash running in with all the Chinchou in a shot that looked like they were floating. And looked really, really bad, honestly. But you know what?
Yeah.
It made me laugh a little bit. So.
So it's okay.
So it's okay. They're reunited and the music swells as the storm eases. It's beautiful.
Happiness.
A beautiful moment. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it really did look like an army of Chinchou led by Ash floating through the darkness.
I would love an army of Chinchou. Screw the military budget. Just get Chinchou.
They're so cute. No one will want to fight us.
No.
I mean, they can pack a punch. It might be okay.
Yeah. They have innate electrical abilities. I think we'll be fine.
That's useful.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else is useful is that time in a Pokemon episode when the storm clears. You know, the storm comes in, the storm rolls away. They're very moody, Pokemon universe. They're in a foggy forest now.
But we're getting closer to the ocean,
right? Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. I think so.
I guess so.
We're getting closer to the ocean. We can feel it. Pikachu sees it through the trees, and there's Dad and all the others, and then they're all reunited, and all the Chinchou run together, and boom, they're caged. Jesus, of course.
Team Rocket in a balloon pulling them out of a pit. The balloon's got fans. They're lifting up this cage of Chinchou. Wheezing with the smoke screen creates this huge cloud above everything that then they go into.
And this Pikachu can't see them. He's trying to Thundershock through it to find them. He can't do anything there with that. And so we get some good battle music as Bright and the Chinchou all start flashing their headlights through the smoke. Their fog lights are on.
Yeah, this was smart. You got to put them on the highway.
But make sure when you're approaching somebody, turn it off. Otherwise, those fucking LED lights are going to blind me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Have you ever been in like a big fog like that on the highway? It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, actually. On the way home from a wedding that I worked at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Ooh, that's brutal.
It was rough,
couldn't see it all, yeah. Oof.
We couldn't see one car ahead of us, but, you know, it was also like 3 in the morning, so there was like nobody on the road, so it ended up being okay.
Luckily, but it makes it extra spooky, eh?
Oh, yeah, it's freaky.
It's freaky.
Well, Bayleaf and Totodile, they come out. This is the point where I realized, oh shit, this is the champion music from Gen 2. This is the music they play for Lance and for Red.
For Lance and for Red? Okay.
So this is a big moment, you know?
Nice. Yeah,
the intensity.
Yeah. It's not the same as the Gen 1 Lance music, right? The like da 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 da. It's not that one, right?
I don't think so. Maybe it was that one.
I think that's my favorite Pokemon song.
I thought that was
so metal.
I thought that was this one, the champion theme.
Yeah, maybe that's the same one. That's what I thought of as the Gen 1 Lance.
God, I'm gonna have to listen to.
It might be the same. Yeah,
I'll have to listen to some of them back. I have a really hard time remembering like musical progression. I don't know why, but yeah, Bayleaf and Totodile come up. Water gun. Something else through the smoke, but the balloon ain't getting scratched. The cage ain't getting scratched at all. And so Dad reminds Dayton, hey, Thunder Wave. So all the Chinchou go for a Thunder Wave. And they're paralyzing Team Rocket or whatever. Meowth thinks the cage is indestructible. But what about combustible?
But what about combustible indeed?
Boom.
The cage explodes. It's raining Chinchou.
It's raining Chinchou.
Hallelujah.
It's raining Chinchou. That doesn't flow very well.
No.
So they fall into the ocean. Pikachu thunderbolts. The Chinchou all use Spark. There's a big explosion. They go blasting off again. But I gotta say, you know, if we're led to believe that these Chinchou just were born, they should not know Spark because Chinchou in Gen 2 doesn't learn Spark until level 25. You're telling me these are level 25 Chinchou? Really? I don't think so.
Not how the game works.
Not how the game works.
That was a good observation, Kellan. I never would have thought of that.
Thank you. They do learn Thunder Wave at level 1, though. So.
Oh, okay. So it was accurate up until
that was
now.
accurate. Yeah.
But Kellan, am I also led to believe that they used flash to light up when the clouds were there, when the smog was there?
Oh, partially, but they are based on anglerfish, so they would have to.
So it's not the move flash, that's just a built-in light. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Because, hey, from Silver, on the dark ocean floor, its only means of communication is it's constantly flashing lights. So it's always on.
Via flash. Because are you telling me, with this logic, I should be able to take a Chinchou into a dark-ass cave, not use flash, and be able to see?
Well, you should be, but they didn't think that deeply about it, unfortunately. It's definitely how that stuff should work, but it doesn't.
It's not how the game works.
For that category, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
But for lore, I'm willing to make the concession.
Well, give me the popcorn, because you'll be making concessions.
Heyo. In the aftermath, Dayton seems a little disappointed. Against the sunrise, this beautiful shot, Bright comes back to the beach, and he's like, "What are you doing? You have to go swim out with all the Chinchou. I'm gonna miss you." And it's like they're saying goodbye forever. But we quickly learned that, like, she'll be back. When she takes the Chinchou out far enough, she comes back.
Oh, really? Just comes back right away? Oh, I thought she was supposed to be gone for, like, a while, till, like, next year or something.
Well, I don't know what the timeline's supposed to be, but they kept talking about, like, I'll wait. No matter how long it takes for you to get back, I'll be here. I'll be waiting. So, like, they're saying she will be back.
I didn't get that at all. I thought that was, like, some hopium.
I don't think so.
I thought he was gone, like, forever, and the kids are just saying, like, cheesy shit to cope with it.
Kids always do that.
I'll be waiting in my heart and in your heart, and as long as our hearts are still hearts, then our hearts will beat as hearts
The
do.
real friendships were the friendships we made along the way.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But no, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to come back at some point. I just have no idea how long it's supposed to be.
Years, Kellan.
Maybe.
She could die.
But it's very emotional. The music.
I don't get where you got that from. It didn't
the dialogue.
No, the dialogue did not say that. You're just reading into it.
No, I'm going to find it in the transcript. Bright, you're supposed to swim out to sea with the others. I know I'll miss you too. Remember, no matter how far we're separated, you'll always be my friend. And I want you to know I'll be right here, no matter how long it takes for you to come back.
Yeah, that's just hopium. He's not being literal.
He's not saying if you come back, if you choose to come back. It's saying you got this job to do, so you're going to come back after you're done the job.
I don't think so. It does not clarify with me.
I don't know.
I think he could be there. They could actually be saying goodbye, and the Chinchou's Bright's gonna leave for a whole season. We don't know.
Shout us out in the comments what you think. Who's right on this one? It's me, but let us know what you think.
Shout us out in the comments. Who's a stubborn asshole? It's Kellan, but let us know what you think.
Well, Ash also says, I Bright's saying they'll be back very, very soon. So that's another evidence for me.
Okay.
And we have another question, also a fun fact from Clay, your local marine biologist.
Oh.
Which is awesome. But he has a fun fact that leads into a question. He wants us to know that anglerfish, which Chinchou are based on, have a super cool reproductive process. The males are only a few millimeters big and attach and fuse with the much larger female. They connect their reproductive tracts so they can occasionally send sperm to the female, which is...
That's a life.
Fascinating.
If you could fuse into a female and just, like, jizz periodically, would you? Just a big old female carry you around.
I can confidently
say no. Doesn't it sound cozy?
Were you into that, like, 9-foot lady from Resident Evil? Was that a mommy milker thing for you?
Lady Dimitrescu
or something?
Like that. Actually, I didn't play that one, but I should. It looks fun.
Because it's got a 9-foot lady in it?
Oh, that big mama. I'm guessing, though, because what happens with every, like, hot girl in Resident Evil, except for the ones that you play as, but for the ones you don't, at some point, their face, like, splits open and a worm comes out or something, you know?
And for some people, that makes it even better.
That's true, yeah. So. Part of the appeal.
Well, that's a very weird and fascinating thing about anglerfish. But Clay's question that leads from that, what's your favorite weird animal reproductive method? And he gives us his. His are barnacles, who have the largest penis compared to body size, up to 80 times their body size, nice. And swing it around to have sex with other barnacles.
That is pretty rad.
Weird.
You know what? I feel like I should remember more, because I have, like, some of you've probably, like, Maya Higa on Twitch is, like, a popular streamer. She does these, like, biology lessons, and sometimes she's done ones where she just talks about weird reproductive things in animals, and I don't remember anything she taught me.
The only one I can think of is how the female praying mantis rips the head off the male after they bone.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's the only one I know. I love this question because our answer is, God, I have no idea.
All of them. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like horrible ones. Like there's a lot of animals with like barbed penises. Like even like some cats, I think, have that, right?
Echidnas
So
have
like,
4.
Oh, what? Wait, what has 4?
Echidnas have 4 penises.
You're telling
Knuckles
me
is just really.
You're telling me my homeboy Knuckles the Echidna has 4 dicks.
Yep, 4 dicks. Which is
that's why he's hard as fuck.
Right. That's all the pent up aggression is all about that.
That's why he gets rap music in his stages, because he's got 4 dicks. The
cringiest rap music you've ever heard.
It's so good, Kellan.
Yeah, down in Pumpkin Hill, gotta find the Lord.
Gotta find the emeralds.
I always hated it. I
love it. It's so dumb.
Maybe I haven't played Sonic Adventure 2 in a while. Maybe when I get to that game again, I'll appreciate it more for being just the corniest thing.
You do love camp more.
I do.
Now,
I do.
So,
anyways,
I'm aware of some weird fuckery in the animal kingdom, but don't know enough to pick a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I mean, I'm down for this barnacle dick swinging. That's pretty funny.
I'm also down for more marine biology facts when it's related to the episode.
Yeah, send them in.
I feel like in another life I would have been a marine biologist.
Really? Like George Costanza?
No, Art Vandelay.
Oh, like Art Vandelay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
well, no, Art Vandelay is the importer-exporter.
Oh, I thought that was just his catch-all for anything fake.
Partially.
I can't remember.
The marine biologist episode is the one where he pulls the golf ball from the whale. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, okay. No, I've always been fascinated by sea creatures, so I feel like if I was more education inclined, I could have gone for something like that. But oh well.
I mean, the sea is fascinating. It's really the final frontier. You know, we talk about space, but like I feel like the ocean is. There's so much more to learn in the ocean.
What the fuck's on that ocean floor? What kind of weird ass things are down there?
Weird ass alien creatures are down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, back to the episode. Just about through this first one. Team Rocket. Oh, they're sunk. They're laying around in the ocean. And here come the Chinchou. Oh, they're here to save us. And so they all jump on them and get shocked. Funny. But the gang's on the ferry now. They're headed off to Yellow Rock Isle.
Do we know how they reached the ferry? I guess, like, Bluefinland is actually at the bottom of this mountain, so that's where they walk to anyways?
I think when they ended up in Blue Lagoon, there was another ferry there that takes them to where they needed to go. Okay. So it was just a different place.
Huh.
With the same...
I didn't quite get that, but
yeah,
sure, it could have been. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just funny that they make a big deal of that at the beginning. We've got to get there by the time the ferry leaves, and then that's like not a plot point.
It's the next day, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, because they did this whole Chinchou parade.
Yeah. So that didn't really make sense. But okay, whatever.
But then Misty sees a Corsola on a rock, and she's like, I need that. Oh my god, and tries to jump off the boat. That was good. And we're off to a Yellow Rock Isle, we hope, as the narrator says, because who knows where we're going. And that's the episode.
Okay, so looking on TV tropes, my trope for literary hour is where's the boom? This is the delayed explosion kind of scenario. Boom, there's the boom.
Boom.
When Meowth is trying to... It's this whole cliche where Meowth's trying to set off his net missile, but it's not working. It's jammed, but then it like happens later at the wrong point. So where's the boom? It's a delayed explosion. I love the line from the 60s Batman movie, Adam West, where he goes, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb, where he's running around with a bomb. That's so funny. But for a book, I'm going to pick World War Z. So there's this scene where the Indian government is evacuating, from the and they're escaping in the Himalayas, zombie apocalypse going. Now, the last bridge they got to blow before the safe zone is closed has defective explosions. So they've got the possibility of the Indian Air Force nuking the area or allowing all the zombies into the safe zone. General Raj Singh runs in and detonates the charges by hands in a sacrifice that saves everybody left in India. So, World War Z.
Honestly, I kind of zoned out because I just started thinking about the clip of the Costco guys on I don't know, somewhat recent live stream.
Okay.
Where they say, and this is true, you can look this up, where they go, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your brother who died. He gets 5 big booms. Boom!
No!
And they start doing the booms. That's so
real?
Funny.
That's
real. So funny. Oh my god, and it's real.
They actually did that?
Yeah.
Is that based or cringe?
It's so fucking funny. Oh,
have they gone so deep into cringe it becomes based? I don't know anymore. Like, maybe the brother loved the Costco guys, and that would have been awesome. But it sounds so cringe. I don't even know, Kellan. I don't even know.
I'm sorry to hear about your brother who died. He gets 5 big booms. Oh my god.
That's
and then they do the fucking booms.
They do the booms.
Good lord.
It would have been funny if they did it with slightly sad sounding.
Boom. Boom. We bring the boom. Ugh. Well, anyway, all right, let's rate this episode.
Yeah, 4 pour the plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories at random from this pitcher. We will give the category scores based on what you pull. So, Kellan, what do we got first for this episode?
Our first category will be, Ash's moron moments.
Okay, well, the episode is an Ash moron moment because he takes them to the wrong place. Yeah. So there's definitely a boost there. You know, and I thought what are we gonna do? We should split up was stupid, but
I don't remember if that was specifically Ash.
It was all those fucking morons. No, I think it was Ash. I don't know. Okay, what about when Ash kept grabbing Chinchou's tentacles?
Oh, yeah, twice? That's absolutely.
That's a huge moron moment.
Like, once is dumb, twice is idiotic.
Yeah, shame on me, shame on you. You're a fool, that kind of shit.
He is smart enough to yell at them to run across the bridge, but it's also like after Team Rocket has done the motto.
Yeah.
So that's kind of he should have figured that one out a little earlier. He gets got. I'm going to count that. He's stupid enough to be insulted by Misty. Mm-hmm. That's like a 0.2.
Okay.
He's like, what's wrong with all the Chinchou when they're clearly dehydrated?
True, and we've learned about that. Yeah.
There's no big one though.
I think the stupidest thing he did in this episode was A, taking the car rail at the beginning, and then B, the grabbing the tentacles over and over. So those to me are substantial. Not monumentous, but substantial. So I'm going to go with a 6.2.
6.2. I'm lower. I don't know. They don't give me that. They don't give me the pizzazz, with an Ash moron moment.
He kept grabbing the tentacles. He kept getting lit up.
If he did it a third time, I'd be more on board. Like, 2 times is very stupid, but a third time would have been just creme de la creme. I'm going to go 5.3.
Okay, solid score.
That's a 5.75.
What's our second category?
It will be the flavor of the featured Pokemon if it were cooked.
The Chinchou? That's funny because we actually talked about it
a little bit, yeah.
That I thought it would be like jellyfish. I've had jellyfish, like I said. It's okay, and there's certain Shanghai, from the Shanghai part of China where they do jellyfish dishes, I believe. But it's not great. I don't know. It's okay. It's something I would eat regularly. I give it a 3.
I think you're eating. It's got a little zap to it, probably.
Oh yeah, a little tingly. Mm.
But I feel like it's very
either chewy,
either jellyfish like, or it's just like a water balloon. You just pop it and it just goes.
But what if you can drink the water? What if you can put a straw in that bad boy and just slurp up the water? It's like the most delicious water ever.
A nice, refreshing. Oh, it has electrolytes.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm on board.
Well, I'll boost it for that Gatorade Fit. What about a 3? I'll give it a 3.5 actually. Yeah.
3.5. Yeah, I mean it's still not good. It's. I feel like at most it's skin. And it's not good skin. So 3.8, just a little higher. So that's 3.65. Overall, 4.7 for taking it on the Chinchou. So let's get into a Corsola Caper.
All right, so we're going to that second island, Yellow Rock Isle. Okay, Brock's explaining that the old YRI relies on many Pokemon for fishing and farming industries. Okay, and oh my god, the rocks are really yellow.
Are they? I thought they looked the same as they've always.
That's what they said.
They've always looked. Yeah, I don't think they really changed.
I guess they had a yellow hue. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and we see a shop of these nice little trinkets and whatnot. We find out they're all made of Corsola horn. I mean, she's like, wait, what? Oh god. Oh, Jesus.
Don't worry, Misty. They shed them.
They shed. It's okay. They're gotten by ethical, humanitarian means. Except for the shop down the street, they do just rip them right off.
Yeah, that's the Bloodhorn shop.
Yeah. It is corroborated by the dex, though. Gold, it continuously sheds and grows. The tip of its head is prized as a treasure for its beauty.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love that. I like when there's actual, like, a dex crossover.
I as well. And so, yeah, she's just enamored by all these pieces. She's like, I need Corsola.
Yeah, and then we get this thing about, because the shopkeeper's, like, complimenting Pikachu for whatever reason. I guess because of the yellow rock.
It's yellow
the
rock
shopkeeper
isle.
loves yellow Pokemon.
The whole island is. They love yellow Pokemon.
Misty's going to show her yellow Pokemon, so there's Psyduck there, too, who's just confused. Like, why am I out?
The guy is thrilled. It's like, oh, what a fantastic Psyduck. I love it. And Psyduck runs off, confused. Misty chases him to the beach.
Chases.
He's freaking out because he sees a house drifting off the side of the ocean.
Yes, you're not tripping, Psyduck. There actually is a house on the sea.
And we look in, and it seems that there is a Corsola and a child being swept out into a whirlpool.
Yeah, the child is yelling, help, help, which is being swept to sea. So
the gang steals a boat.
Yeah, we don't really see where they get this. They've just snagged a motorboat. They're chasing after.
They look down the pier, and they're like, what about that boat? And they're like, okay. And then Brock's just driving it. A,
did he have to hotwire it or what?
Yeah. B, did he have to hotwire it? 3, when did Brock learn to drive a boat?
Yeah, do you need a license
When did he get his boating license?
Is Jenny going to give them a pass because of them saving the little kid? We'll see.
Who knows?
No, we won't see. That never gets brought up.
They actually stole Dexter's boat, and it's a real weird crossover that goes on.
Oh, okay. Is he stalking them for a while?
Yeah,
Dexter almost killed the kids.
It was a very weird season.
Killed these thieves.
Dexter really went downhill after season 4.
When he tried to kill Brock.
When he tried to kill anime children. Well, they're heading towards a whirlpool. Misty yells, "It's a whirlpool!" Brock yells, "I see it!"
Great.
I like that. And the house is starting to get torn up. This child is going to die pretty quickly here.
Serious. So we've got Bulbasaur, we've got Bayleaf, we've got Vine Whips. They grab onto the house, and that's all it takes, really. This motorboat packs a punch because they can pull it. They can pull the whole house away from the whirlpool. Fascinating.
This shot, I got very confused by while watching because Ash throws the balls in the air, and then they use the Vine Whip, and then we get a shot of the boat speeding around, and you can't see Bulbasaur and Bayleaf on it. So I was like, whoa, that's a weird error. They don't have Bulbasaur or Bayleaf. But in the next shot, Bulbasaur and Bayleaf fall onto the boat. So that was just like a sick sequence then of Ash throwing the balls. They come out, they Vine Whip, and then they land directly on the boat. Like, they aimed perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I'm much more impressed right now.
Cool.
So, anyway, they drag the house into shore. Yeah.
So
here's Big Sister and Dad. They're like, oh, thank you. How can we thank you? And Brock's like, you've already thanked us with that wonderful smile of yours. Oh.
Okay, so this is like a sister, and the dad, but like, come on, Brock. Like, her younger sister almost died.
Almost.
So
she's fine. She's fine. Move on. Whatever.
Yeah, almost. Would it kill her to smile?
Be a lot prettier if you smiled more.
Oh my god.
I aspire to be a Pokemon breeder, but I really aspire to get to know you.
Oh, puke.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Sometimes Brock has some real actual good lines. These are not those.
I mean, sometimes they're at least funny. Sometimes you're like, that was gross, but he's funny. And then there's times where you're like, read the room, Brock.
Well, we get the story. The home floated off because they live on top of a bunch of Corsola, or a nest, rather. 2 different things, but okay. Apparently, it's some kind of tradition around here to do that, to build your home on a Corsola nest. Dad is a Corsola horn artist. So it's very convenient to live on the nest. You just go down to the basement and, there's a bunch of horns.
Yeah, we never really get the explanation further to that of why it's a good idea. Like, I think they could have zoned these houses even just a few meters to the side of the nest, and you're still right beside it. Like,
yeah, I know.
The being on top of it's weird.
Put it in the backyard.
And then that, it seems to be that the foundation is structurally challenged if the Corsola leave, like the nest relies on the Corsola for reinforcement or something. I don't know. It's very confusing.
Well, the Corsola are constantly like drywalling it.
Yeah, with like horn excretion or something, right?
Yeah, the horns shed off, and then the Corsola fashion them into like those flat scrapers that they drywall with. Yeah, it's a whole process. Corsola are actually very handy.
I'm gonna see the How It's Made episode on Corsola nest houses.
I haven't seen How It's Made recently enough to make a narrator joke.
Do you remember, Kellan, this moment when you were like a small child, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You were like 5 or something, and you were like getting mad at Nolan, like his brother comes on the podcast, right? You're getting mad at him for something, and you yelled, "Nolan, all you do is eat, sleep, and watch How It's Made."
I don't remember that.
No? Okay. No. Yeah, you were like a small child.
That sounds like me.
That was very funny.
That sounds like me. That's funny. Yeah. I was a funny kid. Wow.
You were a funny kid. What happened?
I know, right? I was also a cute kid. What happened? I was the cutest fucking baby. I will tell you that.
You were a cute child. Yep.
Almost dirty. Well, this Corsola, apparently, a random Corsola just kind of appeared on their doorstep one day. Back to their backstory. I was thinking, that would happen when you live on a nest. You're going to get Corsola on your doorstep. But this one had, like, too much energy. It kept tackling the others, and it's sort of, all the Corsola were like, fuck this, I'm out. They left. And the lack of Corsola caused the foundation to crumble and made the nest fall apart, and the house fell into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then this Corsola was brave and tried to pull in the house all by itself.
On its own. But
by standing on the house and pulling at the fence. Like an idiot.
Yeah, this Corsola's got a couple screws loose. But man, can she party.
The wheel is spinning, but the hamster is dead.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So the little girl's named Mika, I believe?
Yes. I don't think we get, like, full introductions. Thank God.
I don't know either.
This is Mika. The older sister is Andrea, I believe, and then the dad is Dad.
His big daddy.
Yeah. Starring Adam Sandler.
Corsola tries to hug Pikachu, but Pikachu, like, dodges, because this Corsola is, like, gets another Pokemon's personal space.
Mm-hmm.
So Pikachu dodges, and Psyduck gets hit.
Psyduck takes it to the face. Oof.
Which Misty probably enjoyed, but she's like, hold on, this is a wild Corsola. What if I caught it? And this was where Brock is reading the room for her. She's like, now, I can make inappropriately timed comments, but you're better than that.
She's like, now time to move in. And yeah, Brock ears her, like she ears him, and he tells her, it's time to move out. Woohoo!
Oh.
Got him. Well, the gang, they're going to help get all these Corsola back. They're going to go search. Brock, as they're having this little conversation, Brock is just still casually holding Misty by the ear, which I thought was funny. Like, you're not gonna let go? No? Okay. And then Tears Team Rocket on their 500th heist, which is like, it's our 500th heist. And here comes my line of the week from James, who's like, the bank, the grocery, my grandma, this one does make 500. Like, wow.
That is fucking hilarious. Yeah, you're right. My grandma. That was their 499th as they robbed James's grandma.
They probably just like took a couple biscuits or something.
Yeah, they
counted it as a heist.
Like she gave them some of those like weird Werther's candies.
Yeah, the Werther's original.
Heist. Yeah, exactly.
They took 2 instead of 1.
Oh,
they're
devious.
Bad. They're
got
bad,
her, James.
Well, they rope down into this building. James eats shit, of course. Lands on his ass, knocks the wind out of himself, which that's never fun.
This is a whole Corsola treasure trove. They're ready to strike pink, hit the big time.
They've hit the
Jesse's
pink.
Got some. Yeah, that sounds weird. Jesse's got some fun phrases. The ballet of bounty, languish in the lap of luxury. She's fantasizing about being a queen.
James and me out there just stuff in the bag. Like,
your crab's not too tight, Jesse.
You get with the program, Jesse. And so the shop owner stumbles in on them, and so they run, but they almost forget the crown. Thankfully, it's one of those magic crowns that floats in the air forever.
Oh, perfect.
And so Jesse grabs it. Good old cartoon logic.
Every once in a while, we're reminded that this does share a Looney Tunes universe.
Mm-hmm. Gang, they're looking for Corsola, and Team Rocket run up across them. And Jessie in the crown, like, twirls around. She's like, prepare for trouble. Yes, like, we got no time for the bottom. Shut up. Quiet. We learned that the dad made this stuff. And then Corsola tackles Jessie real hard. She calls Corsola an insolent, puny, pink punk. Them's fighting words.
Right, yeah. And Misty's kind of mad, too. Someone's lost their queendom.
Victory Bell's out. Eats James, of course, but he yells, "Not me, you putrid plant!" Whoa.
Yeah, I like that phrase this time, putrid plant.
Putrid is a great word.
Yeah.
Staryu, Totodile, they come out. Arbok, defend the honor of your queen! And Staryu tackles Victory Bell. Totodile's trying to bite Arbok's tail, but eventually just headbutts it. Staryu dodges a Razor Leaf and goes for a rapid spin on Victory Bell. And then they both water gun, which I thought was a really fun shot, because it kind of like, the camera kind of swoops around the two, and then they water gun, and Team Rocket goes blasting off again. I thought a few times during these episodes, like, I wonder if Master Quest is where the animation budget got a little bigger.
I'm not sure if I saw that yet. I'm gonna pay more attention even to the next one, see like how the animation flourishes. I do think that you're onto something with battles, period, though, that I think that we've definitely moved on from Bulbasaur still PNG Razor Leaf, right?
Yes.
like they're a lot more like, hey, these Pokemon are in the scene. So that's nice, yeah.
I just noticed a lot more, especially in this episode, and especially in battles, a lot more little shots where I was like, oh, that looked nice.
Yeah, little
like
touches.
A lot more little shots that definitely look a lot more smooth than things used to be. So,
and there's a lot more to their attacks. Like, and no one pointed this out in that previous episode too. That vine whips now are not just like a whip; they're usually like a grab and a twirl and like
a suplex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something to look at moving forward. If maybe I think maybe they got a little more money. So, because they realized, hey, we're making cash hand over foot with this Pokemon thing.
Yeah, this thing's popular.
This is pumping money. It's printing cash. Well,
now I wonder if the old shopkeep is printing cash as he picks up his art.
He's cleaning up the beach. He's like, these little bastards make me clean up the beach.
So now what's got to happen is we're helping the family get the Corsola back, the other Corsola. So, of course, whenever Pokemon characters are looking for Pokemon, runaway Pokemon, they just randomly yell their names in the woods.
Except these ones have other names, and they're all great names, because they're like, Annie, Denny, Ronnie.
Ronnie, Bonnie, Connie, Denny, Penny, Annie. There's a bunch.
Thing A, Super Thing, Thing King, Kid... Oh, fuck, I lost it. Super Thing, Thing King... Kid Dynamite, Chocolate Thunder, or Ben. That's what it is.
I don't know what you're quoting.
Cat in the Hat, baby.
Oh, right. Yes.
The things.
Told me about Cat in the
Thing
Hat.
2 would like to reiterate that just because he wears the number 2 does not mean he is in any way inferior to Thing 1. In fact, he says feel free to call him Thing A if you'd like. He also accepts Super Thing, Thing King, Kid Dynamite, Chocolate Thunder, or Ben.
I don't think this is the first time you've recited that on the podcast, actually.
I feel like I don't remember reciting that. I mean, I've been reciting that one for decades.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's from decades ago.
Because Chocolate Thunder into Ben killed me. It still does, but it killed me too.
So they find Annie, first of all, but Annie doesn't know where the others are. Misty just wants to catch a wild one. Brock's still pulling her away. She's like,
she's like, okay, we found this one. We can use this one to find the other ones, and I'm gonna catch the wild one now. Okay, everybody? Everyone good with that? And Brock hears her again.
And they find Lonnie, okay, and Corsola's happy.
And they start wondering, maybe this Corsola's roughhousing isn't intentional. Maybe it's trying to show affection. It's saying hi.
It's just like
playing.
that Bayleaf episode, right?
Exactly. Very much like that. So they go back to where they apparently had left a bunch of Pokemon food for the Corsola. They find a couple there. Cool.
They got 2 more. Nice.
Team Rocket, they're looking inconspicuously from a tree, just sitting on the branch nearby.
Very close. Look up, people.
I think this is just where they landed.
Yeah, and then immediately go into plotting.
Yeah.
So they're going to let them gather all the Corsola so that they can grab them, give them to the boss. Meowth is fantasizing of the boss seeing all of these Corsola. It's like this whole scene where he like wakes up in the morning, he's got coffee, and he's like, "Oh, I'm pleased with all my Corsola. You're now heroes."
He's going to say, "Well done. I am most pleased with your efforts. I invite you to join me as we celebrate your wonderful accomplishment," Meowth thinks he's going to say. And with that, I've got 2 questions here that kind of lead into each other. They're related enough.
Wow,
the first
engagement this week.
Yeah, I know, right? This one's from Alex, the knight who says roar, who says, and I've paraphrased these questions this week just to save a little time.
Was that a Monty Python reference, Alex?
I like to hope so.
Yeah.
I like to hope so. Alex says, Team Rocket regularly fantasize about impressing their boss and making him happy. Is it a comedic take on Japanese work-life balance? Their culture relies strongly on dedicating your time to work. And we have a little anecdote. When my friend worked in a school in Japan, this is from Alex still, they would go in even on days off. They'd even stay late, even though they weren't actually working, but were always commended because it seemed like they were working so hard just for being there so late and so often.
I've heard of that too, that the butts in seat phenomena is very big there.
And with that question, that also leads into our question from Tristan this week, who simply asks, why would Giovanni want a bunch of Corsola? This guy had a freaking Mewtwo. Why would he want dozens of this weak-ass Pokemon?
All right, I'm going to answer the second one first, because I think it's simple that Team Rocket are delusional.
Yeah.
Okay? They're completely out of touch with Giovanni's needs. They don't really understand what they're supposed to do. They're constantly barking up the wrong tree. I think you're right, Tristan. It's a bonkers choice.
Yep, that's it. That's the simple answer, and it's the best answer.
It goes even deeper than that, Tristan. It goes even more foundational than that, I should say.
Got him.
Why do they think Pikachu is so important? That's a delusion to begin with, too.
Well, we do know, I think, that this Pikachu seems to be a little more powerful than other Pikachu, so there's at least something there.
It's a pretty good Pikachu, but they got their butt kicked once, and we're like, it's the Lisan El Gaib of Pikachu. It's just the god.
They're just focused really hard in on that one thing that stopped them that one time, and then other time, and then 200 other times from
and
there.
Time after that, and then, but not when they stole from James' grandma.
Yeah.
And then so Alex, your observation. That's a good observation. Yeah, I hadn't really made that connection. I've heard about that before too. That definitely pleasing your superior. And you can see that in lots of anime, even down to like the whole senpai relationship in like high school, right? It's like pleasing your senior sort of classmate is important. Pleasing your boss is huge. Yeah, I think that's a good observation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it definitely is.
Yeah. I mean, 2 good questions and 2 things that I really got nothing to add. I'm just like, yeah, you're right.
Good points.
Yeah, good points. All around. Yeah, a lot of engagement this week.
It's no barnacle penis, but good job.
Unfortunately. We're not going to start ranking the listener questions. I don't want them to feel bad.
Here's my listener question tier list. Okay.
Tier list of the regulars. I am in F tier. Aw. Well, Noctowl's found some Corsola. He's found Ronnie and Lonnie, and so we go back. We see all of the other Corsola.
Yeah, they've got them all. And our main wild Corsola is happy. Misty is wanting to catch it again. She's almost going to leap there and catch it. Like, she's ready. She's bouncing in. And then Team Rocket pops up again.
Oh, goodness. So we have Annie, Danny, Connie, Bonnie, Johnny, Donnie, Ronnie, and Lonnie. That's all the Corsola. And then, so Team Rocket, they, like, launch these grabber rope thingies at all the Corsola. But Misty ninja kicks the one going for the wild Corsola, which was cool as fuck.
Hell yeah, Misty did something. Nice to see.
Prepare for trouble. Give us the horns and all. Make it double. We're in for the haul. And they let Torp Power round up all the Corsola, and then they're going to swoop in, and they're going to grab them all. They pull them in, and they leave. And it's been fun, but now we got to run. As they go off. Noctowl needs to go for the balloon, but Smokescreen from Weezing,
we've seen this play before.
They've been using Smokescreen all the time, I feel.
Oh, really?
Like every episode.
That strategy. Jesse says we're getting a decadent trip of life here. Yes,
like fantasizing.
Yeah, fantasizing. Noctowl, some music kicks in, flies above the smoke.
This was another little moment that I thought, like, oh, this looks good. Because he does like this shoot up and then
pretty sick, yeah.
Across
Noctowl
the balloon
popping out of the smoke looked nice, and it's like right at flying above the clouds kind of feel.
Yeah.
Don't burst our beautiful bubble.
And he slashes the balloon. You got that final boss music going. Sends him to the ground. The Corsola, they're all still dangling there. One of them by the throat, and it's like, oh god, we gotta get this done quick before
Jessie
that
is
Corsola
still in this
dies.
mad queen kind of phase, right? She's like, I am the ruler.
And Gang runs up on them. The wild Corsola tackles her again. This is a big tackle coming from this Corsola. Out comes Staryu. Rapid spin to cut the cable. Arbok and Victor Bell come out. Victor Bell eats him again. James is like, you just don't get it, do you?
Originally from Victory Bell. Watch out, they're sharp.
Yeah, the Corsola, they're all just tackling. That's all they know how to do, apparently, is just tackle at this point. Dodge a Razor Leaf. Arbok, he's wrapping Staryu up, but gets tackled by a bunch of the Corsola and lets it go.
Vine Whip from Victory Bell.
Vine Whips the wild one real hard, and it's dead.
But then it uses Recover to heal itself.
Ash first says, I think it took a really hard hit as it's laying there dead.
That's a good one.
But yeah, it uses Recover, and now it's fine.
Okay, so tell me about Recover. Did this make sense?
Yeah, Recover is a move. It just restores 50.
Heal move, right?
It just restores 50% of your max health. Yeah.
And Corsola can learn it?
Yes, level 19 in Gen 2. So it learns it pretty early.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Which is definitely
that's consistent.
Healing moves are good, but it was definitely one of those moves as a kid that I was like, why would I need that? I just use a potion.
Potions.
I'm just going to use potions. I don't need to. Why would I waste a spot on Recover when I can have Bubble and Bubble Beam and Surf and Hydro Pump? Why do I need Recover?
All the same move, but
exactly
worse versions.
Every child's Charizard had Ember, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, and Fire Spin.
I never want to run out of PP. My PP.
My PP. We need no small PP. Need big PP. Only big PP. Where size matters in Pokemon.
Right. So the Corsola line up.
Yeah, they start all glowing. And so it's target practice time with the Spike Cannon. And we saw the last time Corsola was in the episode. And
Rocket's hiding behind the balloon, but
Spikes blow up the engine.
There's an exposed engine there, blows off. They're like, is this our 500th blast off?
Happy anniversary!
That's funny.
So after all that, Misty's been waiting for this. Ready or not,
ready to catch the wild Corsola.
We got a standoff here between Misty and Corsola. Out comes Poliwhirl, and we get the horn battle music, which I love.
I mean, and that is kind of her heaviest hitter right now.
Oh, absolutely. By far.
Starts with a bubble attack, it hits.
Yeah.
Corsola's trying to tackle again.
Yeah, and Corsola's like really happy until it gets hit by the bubble, and it's like, okay, I see how this is.
This is a fight, okay.
Goes for the tackle, hits it hard, but Poliwhirl regains ground. And in another little spot where I was like, oh, that's good, because Poliwhirl does like the slide back and stops, and then he runs right at the camera to double slap. Like, it's one shot, and it looks real smooth.
That's nice, yeah.
So,
and that double slap hits in. Corsola is weak, but of course Corsola gets
recovers
room
again
to breathe, uses Recover. So what's Poliwhirl going to do next?
Water Gun. And then Corsola, oh my god, mirror coats it.
Ooh, mirror coat. Didn't see that one coming. What is this, a wobbuffet?
They call it the right move.
Oh, claps all around.
And Corsola learns it. Oh my god.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
If I had never played the games and I was watching this for the first time, I would think, oh my god, Corsola is incredible. I gotta find one of these.
Yeah, but we learned that already.
And then I would be majorly disappointed. And so they're like, okay, well, you gotta wear this thing out with one powerful attack after another before it has time to recover. So, Bubble Beam, tackle, double slap, tackle, throw a ball before it uses Recover, Misty. She throws the lure ball that she got so long ago.
Yeah, continuity.
In like the first Johto season.
Yeah, way back then, yeah.
And she throws it, and it's suspenseful. It hits the Corsola. It's in the ball. Suspense. Ball's shaking. What's going to happen? Misty catches it. She got the Corsola.
Woohoo. Good job, Misty.
I feel like I'm more excited than you are right now.
Pikachu's happy.
Oh my god, she got a Corsola.
Than me?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
She caught a Corsola.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
Ash thought it was awesome. Ash, lifted the wall for a second. He's like, that was cool.
Yeah.
You're just not into Corsola. It's been a while.
I mean, it's good.
I mean, this Corsola seems to be quite something.
This Corsola is fun. Yeah, I mean, this could go somewhere good. And I'm happy to see Misty get more Pokemon. I mean, you've also just been teaching me about how Corsola is not very good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I see this as a huge level up for Misty, but, we'll see.
It's no Goldeen, that's for sure.
Hey-oh.
Well, at sunset, the gang, they say goodbye to the family. Apparently, I think they fixed the house now, and they're going to continue to live on top of the nest because they learned nothing this episode.
Yeah. Well, they'll stay forever because that mischievous wild Corsola is gone,
true.
right?
That's true, yeah. And so the gang's going to head out, and I just had to note, because the narrator says it, he's like, blah, 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 as they continue on the road to the World Cup. The road to the World Cup. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh.
Double standards.
I'm so happy. What are you talking about? He says it grammatically correct.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that the narrator has double standards. He's treating the World Cup one way and treating Johto another way.
Mm-hmm.
What is Johto? His side bitch? Terrible.
Well, that's the episode.
Well, we were talking about that Corsola chasing all the other Corsola away. Made me thinking, and my trope of the hour from tvtropes.com for literary hour is called All the Other Reindeer. It's that, Rudolph was different. Let's laugh and call him names. We don't call him names. We don't like poor Rudolph. We never let him join in our reindeer games, And it's this one Corsola was like so uppity and stuff, and all the other Corsola are like, we don't like how cool and hot you are.
We don't like that you hurt us.
Well, sure, that too.
Little pansies.
So the book I'll pick is the children's picture book, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh.
I haven't seen the book, but of course I've seen the movie. It's pretty good, Kellan. And anyways,
I've heard.
So, it's fun. It's a good kids movie.
Mm.
So there's like a town of Vikings, right? And they fight the dragons, okay? That's the whole thing. You got to be tough and you got to fight the dragon. Now, our main character, Hiccup, okay, the Viking who was seasick, that's the first kind of book, is that they really point out that the other Viking children wouldn't let him join in their rough Viking games because Hiccup's tiny and he's soft and he's polite. So the other kids just push him around. Turns out that sensitivity actually gives him a leg up when he later meets Toothless and things turn around.
Actually, this is more akin to how, because in the episode they talk about how like the Corsola all have names because they're part of the family, and now this Corsola's part of the family and whatnot. And there's a lot of family talk, so it's actually a lot like Fast and Furious, where I think it's Furious who says family a lot.
Oh, this is a new. Yeah. This isn't the reindeer trope. This is the family trope.
This is family. Family.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite character is Furious.
Furious.
Still waiting for them to introduce Fast. It's been many movies.
It's crazy. They really need to get on that. Been what, like 11 or something? 10? 10. Fast X, right? Yeah.
10 plus a spin-off, if you count.
Oh, yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Maybe it'll be Fast 11, where they're like, it's Fast 11, intro to Fast.
Well, okay, 10 ended up being a part 1. Like, it ended on a big cliffhanger. So, and yes, I've seen all of them, I know.
Yeah, you've talked about those.
I don't know if it's actually going to be called 11 or if it's going to be called Fast 10
X
Part 2.
Going Final Fantasy on it.
Or if it'll be a new thing. Yeah, or if it'll be a completely new name. It'll just be like The Fast and the Furious. Something like that. The Fastest and the Furious.
Fast X2 S Definitive Edition.
Oh, that'd be good.
With new funky mode.
Knights of the Round. Yeah. Featuring Dante and Knuckles. Yeah.
New character Fast. All right, let's rate this final episode.
Yeah, 4 for me. What kind of categories are we working with? What's up first, Kellan?
First category will be Dr. Mario's Miracle Cure. This is a pay it forward category. So we may have to do some stretching to keep this in.
Any kind of
racketeering.
Pill, yeah. Oof. I mean,
is
art a scam, Kellan?
Ooh, good question.
I don't think it is, but could we put on those brown glasses for now and say it is?
I did bring up the shop down the street that rips the horns off the Corsola.
Yeah, the Bloodhorn shop.
Yeah.
Give me those horns and make them extra bloody.
But I don't know. This is
weak.
This one ain't doing it for me. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
There aren't any pills, Kellan. There aren't any drugs.
There aren't scams.
Doping.
It seems like a reputable shop.
Fuck. Are you thinking it's out?
I think it might be.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're going something other than 0, because that's what I'm going with.
No, I can't think of anything. I think it's got to be a 0. I think we got to kill it. So for those who don't know, pay it forward categories. When we get a whatever constitutes a 10, we'll make up a category for that episode. It then goes into the picture going forward. But if that category gets drawn and receives zeros from us, it will be removed forever.
Permanently
banned.
Thus
is the fate. So I think we're seeing a permanent ban. I'm giving it a 0, Kellan.
Yeah, that's it. Which honestly, in a way, thank God, because we've always had to just stretch on that one.
Yeah, yoga classes galore.
So, well, what if we just pull the constitute 10 ball now? Wouldn't that be something?
That would be.
Well, it's going to be the furry bait. Jesus Christ.
Well, no. I mean, there's very little fur in this episode.
Open an incognito window.
Now, however, there are a lot of Corsolas, so maybe there's like a Ronnie, Lonnie, Donnie kind of thing that could grind some gears. I don't know.
Well, the past few times we've pulled furry bait, we have gone and gotten a number of results to see how many results.
Number. It's really just about
just
size.
The number of hits that Rule 34 gives us. So to establish the baseline again, Gardevoir was 18,000. Corsola, 57.
57. But even some others like Rhydon or someone was like still like 400.
Yeah, who else did we have? The Art of Pokemon, we had one. We had Smeargle. That was Smeargle.
No, so Corsola is really low.
Really low. Smeargle has 400, and we gave it a 6.75 average. Okay, so 50 is not good.
Corsola is low. I don't think it's big in the. I mean, that's not even scaly. It's like, what is that? A horny?
Mm-hmm.
Shout us out, all the big horny community.
And what other Pokemon were even in the episode? Poliwhirl, that's not really fur. Staryu's not. Totodile wouldn't be.
I mean, they could still be fuckable, but like, nah, I don't know. They're not really in that direction. So 1.5.
Meow.
Like you could maybe make. I mean,
Bailey from Bulbasaur come out.
You could make some effective tools out of
Noctowl.
those horns. You know, there's definitely a sex toy trade out of the horns.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that bumps it up a little bit for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 out of that.
2. Yeah,
Get yourself some Corsola dildos.
I'll give it a 2.6. So that's 2.3 for that. Overall, 1.15 for a Corsola Caper.
Oh, that's an atrocious score.
That is rough. Let me just compare that to the full list. That is 5th worst episode ever.
Okay.
Yikes. Well,
abysmal, brutal. What a way to end.
Maybe next week we'll have something even worse, but hopefully not, because that's unlikely, and that's not how bell curves work. So,
yeah, we'll see. Probably higher. I would bet on it. Kellan, what episodes will we be looking at next week?
Oh, next episode we're looking at 2 more episodes. Is going to be episode 216, Mantine Overboard, or in Japanese, Mantine and the Sunken Ship, ! The Secret of the Mysterious Pokemon! ! Followed by Octillery the Outcast, episode 217, or in Japanese, Aku Tank and Teppo! Whirlpool Cup Preliminaries! ! So we're getting into the World Cup
preliminaries already. That's quick. Yeah. Okay. Very fun.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. That has been To Kill a Delibird. If you're listening on YouTube, you want to check it out. It's the Hydra Leech channel on YouTube. Leave comments down below on the video version. We love engaging with you. There's also audio-only versions anywhere fine podcasts are downloaded. Leave comments, reviews, sit to auto-download, anything you can. Really helps the channel out. If you want to engage with us, you've got a couple ways. tokilladelibird@gmail.com is our channel inbox. We also have a form linked in the description you can use to send in questions. Loving the questions. We've got lots of engagement this week. Keep it up. We're also on Blue Sky. Handles To Kill a Delibird if you want to reach us there. Intro and outro music is 80 Cent Wave by Alexi Action. Kellan runs a TikTok. Hydra Leeches is the channel where he's got some fun stuff on there. Twitches occasionally, twitch.tv/HydraLeech. We would have, when this comes out, we would have previously done a Pokemon Master Trainer board game session. But
yeah,
there
it was a
will
great
be more
stream.
Fun.
It was a great stream.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And there will be more of fun stuff to do on Twitch. So check that out if you're into live streaming. And then finally, we've got a Patreon. It's linked in the description. It's just a tip jar. Treat it like that.
Nothing
if
worth,
you want to support
worth
the channel.
anything. Yeah.
So, Kellan, anything else?
I feel like, we've had a lot of trouble coming up with how to end the podcast lately. I feel like what we should do is the Doogie Howser theme, where we talk about what we've learned this week.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned that you can shove a Slurpee-sized straw into a Chinchou and suck out his sweet little brains from the inside. What did you learn, Kellan?
I learned that a barnacle has the biggest penis-sized to body-size ratio, second only to Noctowl.
Oh, let's all be little barnacles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Is that a barnacle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh.
It's a barnacle.
No, it's actually a rope.
It's a barnacle.
A supply rope.
Put it back in the ocean. What are you doing with the barnacle in your pocket? That's not okay.
Fucking weird.
You can't take that. You're trying to get through customs with a barnacle in your pocket. That's
barnacle,
not how.
I hardly knew her.
God damn it.